Hello everyone, this is Seah once again. Thanks for joining me. I'm going to do the part 2 to the DF64 Gen 2. And today I'm going to open up the grinder and do a little bit of house cleaning to clean out the burr sets. And then I'm going to do an alignment to test the alignment of the grinder and see how good the alignment is. And probably the next one, I will adjust the alignment of the burr set if it is not up to um, expectations. So without further ado, let's get started. Right, so first thing, we take out the empty popcorn, unscrew the grind indicator. Right, then of course we'll turn the grind adjustment collar to the causes until it pops out. Nowadays it doesn't really pop out anymore because it's no longer using the 3-point spring. Be careful, do not drop this. Right, then of course, that's all. And if you can see, there's besides a little bit of coffee that's stuck at the edges and around the screw threads, the inside of the chamber is pretty clean. There's not much coffee that's stuck inside. So I'll say that the system has been pretty good in removing the coffee ground. So let me just do a little bit of cleaning. These are actually the food grade grease they apply from factory. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a brush. Right, let me get a vacuum cleaner and to vacuum all the fine coffee powder. Then we'll do a wet marker test. So it can get a little bit noisy, so just bear with me. Right, so after vacuum, you can see that the inside is totally free of coffee ground. Right, I will also be doing to the same to the fixed burr. Just use a brush. Right now, you can see the two burr sets are as good as new. And now I'm just going to do a wet marker test to see how good the alignment is on this current grinder. So first of all, I'll be coloring the edge. As well as on the one that rotates. Okay, so the edge of the burr sets are now painted in red color. So now let's put the upper burr back. Fix back the adjustment collar. You realize that comparing to the Gen 1, I no longer need to push this down in order to lock in the grind adjustment collar. There should be lesser chance of the cross-threading from happening. So same thing, I will turn until it is locked. Right, you can, okay, now I can hear the burrs rubbing each other. Turn a few more rounds. Right, so now let's open this. So you can see in this particular setting, I will say on my lower burr carrier, it is about 95%. Right, you can see that most of the edges are being rubbed off, except on this area, whereby there's still a little bit of marker left. But on the top burr carrier, only from here to here is white. So I would say this is only 40% aligned. So probably I'm a little bit unlucky to get the grinder that is not so aligned. But before we do anything, right, I would like to rotate it to see whether I can actually get a better position. So let's try that again. Before I start to shim anything, right, as you can see, usually the grinder will come with one of the three prong. One of them will be marked. So just now I have it in this position. Now I'll switch it to the top position and then let's try again. You can see that it's really easy to close the grinder. You no longer have to press it in order to for the screw thread to be bite into each other. Okay, so now let's do it a second time. Okay, so now the burrs are rubbing. Okay, so let's check the second position. Oh, this is a much better position as compared to the first one. Right, in fact, the bottom is totally wiped, 100% clean out. And the upper burr carrier, right, you can see that from here all the way to here is white now. So from now the 40%, I've increased to at least 60 to 70%. Right, so now remember this is now facing up. So I have got one more position to check, which is moving this to this position. And then let's see which of the three positions I should go even before I start to do shimming. So let's do it one more time. So now this black color marker is now pointing at the 4 o'clock position. Really easy to screw in. Mm. Okay, the burrs are now rubbing. From my experience, this position is probably one of the worst, but I may be wrong. So let's see. Yep, you can see that the bottom burr is only about maybe 70% wipe, and the top burr is about 50% wipe. Right, so it's only from here to here. All these regions is not wipe. So it means to say, out of the three positions, the best position that before I do any shimming on this grinder is when my mark position is at the 12 o'clock position. So before I move on to the part 3, whereby I try to shim it, right? So I will leave it at the 12 o'clock position, whereby the marker is facing. So at least I'm getting about 70 to 80% alignment on the top carrier and 100% alignment on the bottom carrier. Right, so with this simple testing of 3 different positions, right, you can actually find one that works the best for you on your grinder before you even start to decide whether you want to shimp it. So right now, my top burr carrier at the best position is about 70% aligned. I'll test the coffee first before I even do shimming, because shimming requires me to remove the burr sets, and then I put aluminium foil or aluminium tape below the burrs at a certain position to elevate one side to be slightly higher than the rest so that you'll be better aligned. So I will test the grinder first to see whether this position improve the taste before I decide whether I want to do the shimming. Whether 70% align on the top burr and 100% alignment on the bottom burr is good enough. So this is CY once again. Thanks for joining me. I hope this video is useful for you if you are the first time user of the DF64 type of grinder, right? So this is the way we do a wet marker test for alignment for the if you're just starting to get into this grinder. So thanks for watching. Remember, if you like my video, do consider subscribing, and then like my videos, and then I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. And one more thing before I forget, right? Remember the marker that's left on the grinder itself, the burr sets. You can just flush with 1 or 2 batches of coffee. The coffee will rub away all the marker ink, and then you are safe to consume the next batch of coffee. So if you're a bit more worried, you can use alcohol wipe to wipe off the marker, and then you flush it with coffee. Then it should be good to go.